So we have another SIG MCX on the bench that someone else has tacked on. How difficult it's going to be, how many war crimes are inside, I don't know, but we'll find out. So first things first, let's get the front guard off. We'll go straight in with an 11.1 LiPo. Headphone users, be warned. Semi-auto. Doesn't sound terrible. It's certainly not brushless. Shimming could use some attention, I'm guessing. Now it's come in with feeding issues, lack of power, the normal stuff you'd expect. So let's get in this and have a little nosy. Okay. It's got some heat shrink, but definitely not enough. Dangaroos. They have lost the ball bearing and had to replace it with something that isn't a ball bearing, so it's square. That's going to need to be changed. So that is rough as fuck. Well, tweezers have gone walkies, I don't know where they've gone. So let's get into this gearbox. Compression system. You've got a standard tappet plate spring, all in good condition. Nozzle and cylinder head. The fuck is that? Brother That's going to need addressing.
What's that?
I'm not sure if this is the right nozzle length, but we'll come back to that. It seems a decent nozzle. Nozzle length seems okay. Again, I'll get the calipers on it at some point, not today. You've got a palm piston head that's someone's fucking chommeled. It's got premature engagement because it's picked up those teeth here and scratched the fuck out of them. And the piston's broke on the back there. See how it's moving and flexing? That's because of the premature engagement. So that's going to need changing. Cylinder is, before I forget, it's got a whopping great gouge in it, so that's going to need changing. Of course, they've put 13 to 1s in here just to make it go dead fast, even though it doesn't need to. No twisting or warping, so that's good to keep, hopefully, as long as the teeth are in good condition. Again, I'll clean them all up. If there's any slight twisting or damage to the teeth, we'll change them. But yes, they've had a bit of wear and tear, but they should be okay. Yeah, they're locked in. A common mistake people make is they assume the two screws on a sector gear are always Loctited in from factory, but more often than not they're not. So it's very important you Loctite those in there so the two gear parts don't separate. Now it might sound silly what I'm doing, but all I'm doing is by putting it in this little 3D printer jig I've got, I can spin this and test to see if there's any warping in the gears. Obviously the bearings broke, so this gear is going to have been dragging on the gearbox. Whether it's knackered, I don't know. I think we've caught it early. that's okay. So gears appear to be good to keep. The Aster's going to be fine. You know, it powered up, it dry fired, it's going to be fine. The heat shrink's taken a bit of a beating. That'll need repairing, but not the end of the world. Fucking PTFE tape everywhere. Let's just pop that bearing out, what's left of it. That's good to keep. Now the bearings, you can quite clearly see, hopefully, that has collapsed as it's off centre. So what I'm going to suggest we do is put bushings in here, a lot more reliable. What I like to do with these is drop a little bit of oil both sides of the common places where they crack, wipe the excess off, and you can flex them and you'll see if the oil is in a gap. So we'll quickly do that now. You can use silicone oil, you could even use some degreaser, anything that'll seep into a gap. Now I'm not wrenching this, I'm just giving it a bit of a gentle bit of movement just to see if there's any hairline cracks appearing, because I've had these come across the bench before where I thought it was fine. Turns out there's a tiny hairline crack even after radiusing, and it just gets worse inevitably. All the work you put into these gearboxes becomes wasted. But this one seems to be in good nick, so we can just radius this and that'll be good to go. So moving over what's good, what's bad, what's ugly. Bearings of all, well, one's collapsed, I trust none of them, so they're going to be changed to bushings. Spring guide, we'll change that. Piston and piston head, they're knackered. Probably do a bit of short stroking. Change the cylinder because that's been scratched to fuck. Gears appear to be good to keep. They are 13:1, which is needlessly fast, to be perfectly honest. Depending on how you build a gun, you can keep your money back and keep the standard gears and just, you know, save a few quid here in order to spend more money on something like a brushless motor, which will give you the same performance. But again, these are good to keep. Most of these parts are okay. Now, depending on how far you want to take it, we can do certain things, because you've already spent some money on the Aster. That needs a bit of a tart up. What I'm going to suggest we do is change the mainspring, because I don't trust this one, just because I don't know what power it is, and by the time I've done, it might put out a completely different power to what this would have dictated. So we'll change the spring guide, piston head, and cylinder, and bushings. Moving on to this, now it's been PTFE'd, which does fuck all. Standard barrel, filthy inside, no scratches, dings or blemishes, so that's good to keep. The stock hop unit should be fine. So we've got a few options now, so we could either stick with like a basic sort out build where I go through, change the bearings for bushings, reshim it, short stroke it a little bit, change the spring and these components, and you'll have a working gun. I'll have to clean this and give it a sort out and bits and bobs, but it'll be working. Will it perform a great deal better than when you got it? Meh. Maybe not. I'll probably put a delay chip on here and make sure it feeds and fires. As far as sound goes, it's obviously going to sound better because you've not got a broken bearing, but it'll sound much the same. It's a high torque motor noise. If we have some spare money in the budget, we could potentially put a brushless motor in here and it'll sound great. So my personal suggestion is we change this for a decent quality brushless motor, we change the basic components that I've already previously mentioned, and you should be on for a winner. You've already spent some money on this. I don't know how much you paid the tech to do it, but for me, a little bit subpar. So, that being that, I'll get the written quote done now, get it with you, and we'll go from there. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers everyone.